All right, y'all. We back with another episode. My boy gonna probably fill up.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll wait till after.
Hey, what's up? How you
good?
been? How was your weekend?
What's good, man? All good, man. Chilling.
All right,
Same old.
I got a couple questions that the viewer wanted to ask. So
Go ahead, man. What's your questions?
this is from that dude that you watched that he was lit on the podcast. Man, that's crazy. He's the one that changed it up. When niggas change on you.
Everybody can relate to that. People change and shit. Money changes people. Fame changes people. I mean, honestly, the egos start to kick in. People start acting a little funny. I don't know. I don't really fuck with people who just, they're into themselves type shit. They change it up on you. I just try to, like I said, I just stay humble, man. That's all you really can do, man.
So the way I would answer that to his name is Gallo, because I don't know if he meant it like for him, but I don't feel like people changed up on him. Maybe he pushed himself away.
Right.
Because of the shit that he did. I'm not even going to talk about it unless he wants to.
No, yeah, if your boy, if he feels, if this is a direct question because of tattooing or this is more like personal?
Yeah, it's probably something he did. People backed up from him.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something you did, my boy.
That's your boy, what's his name?
That's Gallo right there.
Gallo.
If you're watching this, you know what you did. If you want, we could talk about it on the podcast too, but I just don't want to air your secrets out.
Now, yeah. But when he's right though. When people change on you, we all have that. We all been through that. When people change on you, you be damn surprised. Even the most fucking conceited fools change when they're all broke and shit. It's like goddamn fool, tanto.
All right, the other fool goes for this is my boy Jose Ortega from Infamous. What's your motivation for success, and how do you find drive to execute and reach your goals?
So hold on, these questions are for me?
For both of us, yeah.
Well, go ahead.
But I'm the one that...
I'll answer yours after. Shit, we got to answer too, man.
The motivation, I think, the motivation got to come within, I feel, first off, right?
Right.
If you don't have no motivation and you're looking for others to motivate you, you're already wrong. Because you got to motivate yourself, then I guess your kids, But you got to be your first motivation. And success, I think, that's a word that just is thrown out there. I think success comes from what you feel success is.
Right.
Some people's success is a dream job, a car.
Right.
Success could come in many ways. Like
That's
I feel
true.
like
That's true.
Also, if you're not success, you could reach something and be like, oh, there's success. Like, nah, hold up. Nah, there's more. And you never really reach it.
Right.
Right? So I guess it depends on how you feel about success.
So success to me is like you said, it all depends on what your goal is. Because everybody's goal is different, right? Like everybody want to be on top of the world, like be the biggest boss there is in the world, or just the simplicity of being success is you got your car and your apartment and you're good. You get me? Like that was my success story when I was younger. Yeah. That was my success story, meaning I didn't have a major goal in life. Just all I wanted to do was just grind. Like you just work my 9 to 5, keep it simple, meaning you got your car and you got your apartment, you live life, you work, enjoy time. And that's it. That's all I had. But then for me, I now it changed because now I have kids. So for me now it's like I got a bigger picture now. Not only do I want a bigger home, I want more for my kids, I want more for myself, and I want more, like I want people to strive around me, like like it pushes me more when I hear somebody like, hey, they're grinding, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be that person too, it always gonna push me more. So success comes in many different stories. I'm one of the few that I could tell you that even if I was to be successful to where I want to be, like I just want to be happy, man. Like success, everybody think that money is gonna make everything happiness, but as long as, especially nowadays in Cali, money's tough, man.
Yeah, money's tough.
Money's tough. So for those that are like starting a business or whatever, don't stop, man. Just keep grinding. That's all I gotta say. It's really about success.
And I think that's true though. I think within if you want to impress other people, obviously you're never gonna reach it.
Right.
But if it's a success as of within, I think it's happiness.
Right.
Your kids are happy, you happy, bro. Nobody.
That's my success.
That.
Yeah.
And that's success. I feel.
Yeah.
You had another question, no?
So I was kind of overhearing about the whole barber lives are taking over.
right.
Like the price is going up on barber. Good thing I cut my own hair, right? But shit, I've been hearing about that. I've been seeing that lately.
Yeah, so some fools could get like over. It could get to their head. Yeah.
I don't think 2 or 3 grand for a haircut como que se pasan de lanza, güey.
That's more than a tattoo.
Right,
And a tattoo's a lifetime.
right, and a haircut you're gonna cut
week.
that shit next week.
If you're lucky too.
Right.
But to be honest, I mean, I feel that's a little crazy. But if somebody's willing to pay you that, I guess you can't get mad. But I mean, I try to stay on the reasonable side. You know,
Right.
like you work with people that have jobs. So I'm not gonna charge a person like that no 500.
Right.
You know, I'll be out of a job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, maybe because I see it differently too with that. Like, so if you're cutting nothing but celebrities, right? Even if you were cutting nothing but celebrities, like I said, there's a certain fucking boundary to that shit. Like, you know what? Yes, you gotta travel. Yes, you gotta take your stuff. I respect that because as a tattoo artist, I travel. I know how that feels to take all your shit, right? And then you gotta be in somebody else's home. Hey man, I come from fucking people hitting me up with like, hey, come tattoo me at the pad, right? And they don't even have good lighting and shit. I gotta bring my own light, right? And then the other part is that you go in there, you got fucking fools like from the hood showing up, and I'm like, damn, fool, this was about to fucking clip my ass. so, but if I was tattooing somebody famous, you best believe like I'm gonna get my money's worth, you know. So I gotta also push it to that point where I'm not gonna charge extremely.
A regular person.
Right. Because also it's like these are people that are well known, right? They could easily expose your work more than a regular person. But shit, as far as I see it, I see tattoos are tattoos, man, for me. And I'm sure for you, a haircut's a haircut. But of course, if you get somebody as a celebrity getting a haircut from you, hey, more power to you, you know. But damn, that price though.
That's what I'm trying to get to. But obviously, I'm not gonna charge them no grand. But to each his own. Some fools are probably looking at me crazy, like, "Whoa, why?
What the fuck?" Yeah.
You know. But that's just me.
I respect
Hey,
that.
since you touched that, what's the furthest you traveled for a tattoo?
Furthest I traveled, I went to this town called Yucaipa. Yucaipa? I believe it was Yucaipa. If I'm mistaken, shit, then call me out 'cause I don't recall.
In Cali,
No,
right?
Yucaipa. Yeah, I believe it's Yucaipa. It's past San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And that's the furthest I've gone. It was like my cousin actually. He hooked me up with a good group of people.
All right, cool.
And I was like, fuck yeah, why not? You know, shit, and to travel as well, why not? But
Yeah, that's dope.
But the way I see it is, you're gonna travel, you're gonna get good money for your doing, but it's like you gotta understand too, taking all your stuff. It's just the only part that you gotta
put
do.
all your yeah,
Correct. That's the only thing. Other than that, like it was cool, it was fun.
Yeah, because I've done house calls and that shit, it's not really fun.
Right.
What's the craziest shit that you've seen in a house call?
It's just no, I'm telling you, it's just I don't know about crazies, but just
More uncomfortable.
Right. You know, you got the babies around. I don't know what the fuck.
For me, I went to this dude.
Right.
He hit me up through, at that time, OfferUp let you put your cuts.
Right.
This is when the pandemic was on.
Mhm.
I went to his house, didn't know them. And there was a couple fighting. And that shit made me uncomfortable because I'm chopping up. Like, no, you a bitch. No, you. Oh, shit. Hold on. What the fuck? So that was the most uncomfortable for me. Like, what the fuck? Do I stay? Do I leave?
Well, the thing about it too is like people don't realize that you go into people's houses, right? Like they don't understand the fact that you take your business to them, right? Respect the fact that I'm going there just to tattoo you or cut your hair, right? You know, hey shit, at least fucking present the man with a water. Fuck, like I've been in there like fucking drenching of sweat
And nothing.
and not even a fucking offer. I'm like, you got me fucked up. I'm in your home, dog. Shit, if you're here, I'm like, oh, I'll offer water. I'll offer something. Oh, would you like a drink or something to calm you down, you know? Shit, but not even that. I'm like, sometimes that's the thing that's weird about it. I'm like, fuck, you know, I get it. They're paying good money for their shit, but like, come on, man, you know, shit.
Yeah, I've been there. I've gone to places they don't even have a chair for me. Like, hey fool, like, where are you gonna sit? Like, make yourself comfortable, motherfucker. There is nothing. Where are you gonna sit?
On the bed and shit. On the couch, you got me
Yeah,
fucked
so
up.
and like you said, for us, lighting is everything, fool.
Right.
I'm not gonna be able to get that fade correct if I don't have no light, you know.
Right.
And some fools were like, "Hey, you can't do it with your fucking phone light." Like, come on, bro. I'm not supposed to be doing that first off. But yeah, so if y'all guys do house calls, man, y'all gotta be more like presentable with your home first off, you know. Have a chair,
Had the fucking clothes laying around and shit, though, pinching the lavado last week.
or at least tell your girlfriend, your brother, "Hey, don't be fighting. My barber, my tattoo artist is coming," you know.
I know, right?
Have it
Fucking
chill.
Have a babysitter, because fuck, man. I ain't a babysitter, nigga. Damn, but you know, like, but house calls has been really rare for me. Like, I don't do house calls like I used to. But I'm down. Obviously, if the calling is, I'm down. Like, I'm down for it. It's just lately it's been very tough to say. I have my studio, so it's like, to me, it's like you come to me, you feel me? So like, we're here. And also, it's just because I've been trying to establish myself more in downtown or in LA. That's where I'm from. So I felt that I had to expand more here first before I expand myself out there. So it's just a lot of people, they do it backwards. Actually, they go out of town and they get their name out there, which I respectfully, do what you got to do. But for me, I felt like I had to start out more in Cali or LA. That's where my home base is at, and then from there to say, now I'm able to travel. Let's go to Texas or let's go somewhere else to get all this going. I just felt like it was more like I had to stick around in LA before then. I did travel a few times. I've gone to Arizona. I've gone to Texas, and I've gone to, like I said, San Francisco, and anything further, or even Ontario.
All right, cool.
To tattoo, or even in Vegas, and that's like my number. But that's like my second home. Dog. I go to there fucking party it up. Hell yeah, I go to the party. Dog. I can't fucking go to Vegas. Like, if I go to work, man, I ain't gonna have. I'm gonna have fun, or I'm gonna tattoo, and I'm gonna be stuck tattooing. So I had to make a choice for sure.
All right.
You were actually telling me about what's going on in the world recently.
So if you guys know a little bit more than me, feel free to let us know. I just overheard it. It got me mad. So apparently a new law in California just passed about sex trafficking, kidnapping, blah blah blah. It won't be either a felony or it won't be considered a serious felony, which I think is fucking stupid. Because how you gonna hold up a child against his will, right? So if you guys know a little bit more about it, let me know. But what would you think if that was really the case in California and shit?
If that is the fucking, I can't believe they actually made, like, what you're telling me, because I haven't really looked into it until you just told me, right? I was like, nah, like, that'll make you think, you feel me? Like, where the fuck is this world going to? Like, I don't understand these days. Like, there's so much shit that laws are passing that I'm like, what? That makes no fucking sense. Like, are you guys? This is the world that my understanding is, since I was a kid. This is the land of the free. You feel me? And I felt there's nothing like living in U.S. right? Like, I feel like we're on top of the world. But then when I hear shit like this, I'm like pedophile is basically like pedophiling is okay. And then when I'm hearing this, I'm like, wow, bro, you guys are serious about this shit.
I sent it to somebody because I was like, I know I'm not tripping, bro.
I mean, like I said, I told my boy right here, Chavs, I mean, shit, I haven't looked into it, but when I hear about it, I best believe I'm gonna put my 10 cents in shit, because I didn't even hear about it till right now you're telling me.
Yeah, these are topics that it just messes you up.
Also, like, that's what I was telling you. I don't understand, but maybe because that's why the movie was coming out. I don't know if you guys heard about that movie. What is it? Sounds what?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Or Sounds of Freedom. I don't know which one. But I'm going to check it out. I don't know if you guys seen it. You guys tell me. But
tell us on the comments what y'all think about that movie. I heard it's pretty intense.
I will be seeing it, though, and then I'll give you an answer about it. But give us a question.
We're going to definitely watch it, and in the next episode, we're going to talk more about it. Back to that, the reason why I stopped doing house calls, because I built my own studio, and I raised my prices, and a lot of people didn't like that on my house calls. But it's like, bro, it is only fair I raise my prices if I gotta pack all my shit to go to you and travel. You know?
Right.
Some people didn't like it, but sometimes people don't have to. You just gotta attack and get new clientele.
Right.
So.
No, and that's the same thing for us, right? Tattooing, like the crazy. I don't know, and I'm sure you got this, right? So I'm going on my 9th year tattooing, right? Or actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to my 10th year. Fuck.
Oh shit.
I don't know where the fuck time's going.
Right. It flies.
So I know, right? So people have been a little naive to not realize this, or maybe they don't know. I don't know, right? So they're asking about pricing, right?
Okay.
Of a tattoo per se that they have done with me, let's say years ago, and I'm sitting there like I'm giving them the answer right to what they're asking. They're asking for like a fucking whole half sleeve and shit, and I'm giving them the price. They're like, "Damn, my boy, why so much?" You know, I'm like, "Do you realize you're coming to me after 6 years of not seeing you?
Times change, yeah.
No, not talking shit. Just you haven't came to me after over 6 years, right? If you do not pay attention to the work I'm doing now, compared to what I did back then, you need to follow up. And that goes for a barber. That goes for whatever. Anybody who's starting their own business or doing their own thing. You see the progress of doing something better, right? And that goes for barbering, goes for tattooing. And I always go back to barbering because I swear barbering is very similar to
Very
tattooing.
similar, is there.
Right. I say, yeah, hand in hand. But the fact is that when people see it as, oh yeah, sure, let's make it happen to where you're gonna start charging this price, and when did this happen or why? And you sit there like, my boy, you haven't hit me up in so long, right? Do they not pay attention to what I've been doing? I've shown videos, like meaning you. Let's say, you know, you got your own business, you got a lot more to show now. So when people don't see that and they don't fuck with you because of that, because they think that you raise your price, I'm like, damn, my boy, like I thought you rock with me, but apparently not, right? And the ones that stick with you is the ones that are real, the new people you just met, your new customers, your new clients, versus what you had 6 to 8 years ago, right? That's the funny thing, right? Like a lot of those people that I had back then, like that they don't fuck with me now. They're like, oh, you raised the price. I'm like, well, shit. I mean, quality changes, man. You know? And
that's where I was headed with the time changes things. In 8 years, obviously, if you raise your prices, it's because your talent grew. You got better, right? You got better. You got faster. Now you kind of mastered the game, right? The people, I feel that the people that tell you that, like, oh, you charge a lot. Oh, then you didn't like that I grew.
Right.
Because obviously, if you stay at the same price, that means that your art is not even growing, right?
True.
Which is kind of like, bro, you've been in it 10 years and you haven't gotten better, then that's why your price stays at the same. Right. So, people, I mean, I feel that that's mostly from the people you start off with or like grow up with. They don't like, they say they want your growth, but they don't show it.
Correct.
Right? Because no matter if you say, hey, bro, but that was 6 years. 6 years ago, I was charging 100. Now it's 600, 500, 400. They should feel like, bro, you know what? I'm proud of you, dog. I remember 6 years ago, the tattoo was okay. But now, you know what? When can I set it up? You know?
Right. And it motivates us too more. Like, knowing, and that goes, again, same thing. Haircuts and whatnot, right? I just see it as it is a progress. We are pushing ourselves, right, to be better every time. The one thing that I can't get over my head, right? People go viral and it's like, oh, you willing to pay them fucking
just because the moment.
Yeah, just no moment, just because of the fucking moment, right?
A moment, bro.
A viral and shit, a viral video that they busted, right? It's something that anybody else. I could have done a viral video so many times and shit, but it ain't happened, right? Like, remember you were asking me about, like, oh, craziest tats you done? Like, with the whole nipple part, right? That shit could go viral easily, right? But, it's like, I haven't really put it out there to say, oh, this shit should go viral. But, like, the whole nipple part, like, oh, that's crazy because that's something that you don't see often.
You don't see often, right?
Correct.
Social media is like the new currency and shit. And I think it is, fool, because you could have talent versus somebody that's okay. But because he has 50,000 followers, people but he has, but he's average, bro. He just, we don't know if those followers are even real, but you know,
right?
But sometimes you just gotta like kind of like let them hang themselves, like say,
right.
Oh, hang yourself, bro,
right?
Because you're not happy of my fucking growth.
Yeah.
Like imagine if I was the same barber I was 6 years ago.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to tell people how much I charge them because I'm the same person. Back 6-7 years ago, fool, I was doing haircuts in 40 minutes. Now I'm in 20. You know, so it's like I got faster, I got better. The quality's better, you know?
So, and going back to that actually, about charging.
Yeah.
Charging, how did that go down with you in charging?
What do you mean, how did it go down?
Were you charging people before or after? How did that go?
At first, people didn't. So I think everything started after COVID.
After COVID?
Prices were still $20. $20 for like 4 years, bro. Because I started in 2016.
I remember I was getting haircuts for 20 at the time. Shit. Even $10 plus your hairline and everything was like 25 at that time.
All right, cool.
At that time.
So I was at the 25 with a beard, bro.
Right.
Cool. Everybody's loving it, supposedly. COVID comes, everybody starts coming to me, and I'm like, that's dope. I stay, bro. I stay at
You
the
stay
same
grinding,
price.
yeah.
You know, but everybody's taking advantage doing the 60 because it's COVID. I stay at the same. When COVID starts opening back up, I noticed everybody's like, hey, bro, well, I'm going back to my barber. Oh, shit. All right. That's dope. It hit me like, you used me. I should have used you too. Right? So that's when I was like, look, for more realistically, I went through the COVID. I could have gotten sick cutting you because you were at the parties while I was at home taking care of myself. I decided to bump it up to 30 and 40 with a beer.
Yeah.
Right? That's too much, bro. You taking advantage of us. I'm not. The new prices are like 50, 60. I'm staying at 30. So if you think about it, I'm still outbeating the competition.
Right.
And y'all fools used me during COVID. Y'all didn't even stay loyal, you know, just because your barber ditched you. And it was a phase full where people didn't like it. But it was like, it's either that or I dedicate myself to something else, bro. But I'm not saying that $20.
Yeah, right.
It's not even worth it, fool. Like, and if you think about it, when I talk to, like, even new barbers are at $50.
Right.
I bumped into a kid, fool, when I just came back from Mexico, right? In the airport. Didn't even know him. He needed a cut because he was going to Seattle.
Right.
I cut him up that night. He gave me $65, bro. But I'm charging other people 30. So I'm like, bro, it doesn't make sense. This kid that I barely met gave me $65. You guys that been rocking with me are tripping over $30. Yeah. And he's telling me that his barber charges 50.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta, instead of like letting your clients put a price on you, you gotta just stick to it, fool. And after a while, they start noticing, damn, that barber charges 50. Oh, my barber is actually hooking us up. It just sounds fucked up at first. And then obviously you're gonna, hey, fool, you got a good price.
Right.
You know, so you just gotta be consistent with it. Like I said, it's a headache at first, like, bro,
But you know what's crazy too? A lot of people, COVID changed, man. Like, changed a lot of businesses.
It changed a lot of businesses.
Facts. For me, also, it changed. Nobody wanted a tat in a good way. Yeah. Nobody wanted a tat. I was still tattooing, dog. I was still on that shit, right? I didn't stop. And people were all fucking scared. Dude, I was watching videos that were going viral, right? Fucking fools were in cubes, okay? Like cubes of fucking plastic wrap or whatever fucking. They looking like they were in quarantine on their own box, right? Like this. And they were actually sticking their hands on tattooing like that. But they were fully covered. I'm like, you guys got me fucked up, right? Like, I get it. I understand people were scared. Everybody was scared, like. But, like, to have gone that far to get a fucking cube around you, like.
Yeah, might as well just stay home.
Yeah, might as well stay. Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. I saw barbers putting plastic in the middle of each other, and I'm like, just stay home, bro. Like,
I remember that when that shit, when everything changed. I don't know if you start going to the market, there's doing that plastic shit.
Bro.
I was like, damn, man, I feel like
it felt like a movie, huh?
Right. It felt like I was being in fucking quarantine each minute I turned, dog. You go order, even to go take a shit. Like you just really had to like, you have to be sanitized nowadays, right? Which to me, I always wash my hands.
You should have always been like
I always fucking wash my hands, right? But when I used to because I haven't gone to the gym lately, obviously. When I used to go to the gym a lot, right, I used to see people in the fucking bathroom, and I mean men, because motherfuckers are nasty. These fools, I'm sitting there, right, I'm finishing my workout, and went to the bathroom, and I see a line a little bit, right, on a fucking sink. There's some fools shaving, there's some fools cutting their fucking hair or whatnot, or trimming their fucking beard or whatever. And then, like, I see just everybody kind of like, man, fuck that. They just walk out. They ain't washing their hands. I'm like, you sick motherfucker. Like, you know you're about to go touch your girl, your kids, you're about to go to work like that.
Or you're going to shake somebody's fucking hand.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Like, goddamn, bro. I used to be like, you motherfuckers are sick with it, dog. And I'm sitting there like, oh, hell no. Like, I have to wash my fucking hands, dog. I can't walk out. And motherfuckers are sick with it, dog. So then to me, I was like, I've always been like that. I always like go to the bathroom, wash my hands normal, like the normal shit. So then when people like, oh my God, you gotta wash your hands, like, bitch, you always had to wash your hands. What the fuck you talking about?
See, that's one thing I realized, opened my eyes about, like, people that follow.
Right.
Hey, you gotta wash your hands, motherfucker. I always wash my hands. What are you talking about, right? But it was new to some people.
Yeah.
And
you gotta wash your hands from you gotta wash your hands from eating after eating? You serious? I'm like, yeah, dick, you gotta wash your hands.
One thing that got to me was like, okay, people are really gullible, and most humans are sheeps. They follow the.
Yeah. Yep.
When they start saying there's a toilet paper shortage, and people started going crazy way, I got pissed off.
That shit.
Like, hold on. So, okay, you're getting crazy because there's no toilet paper. There's napkins, motherfucker. Like,
right. Next to paper towels, dog. Wipe your ass like it ain't a thing, right? Grabbing a napkin and paper towel.
The day you tell me that water's running out, then I go crazy. But
right.
Even then, fuck it, I'll turn to tequila or soda. I'm gonna survive. But that really fucked me up. Like, bro, you're really fighting each other over toilet paper, and look at those rolls of fucking tissue and napkins.
I remember I remember fools were walking out of Costco, right, with fucking like. But I felt they were reselling it. They weren't so much they were trying to do it for their family and shit, right? And I'm like, you guys got me fucked. And then they were amping it up like $20
$20,
each.
$50.
Yeah, each shit. And I'm like, fuck, dog. And some people actually did make money. I saw that shit. They were going for $100 for like a fucking roll of paper, dog. You got me fucked up when it's $20.
So you have the sheep and you have the people that take advantage.
Right.
But to me, it was just funny. Like, bro, you're a follower. Like, I'm not gonna. Worst resort for I'll shower, but and that's what made me think, like, look, you're going crazy if there's a shortage on that, but all the cars that I'm looking at, you guys have no water or no food. So that shit fucked me away. Like, everything changed in every aspect. Like, the news could say, hey guys, this happened, and people will run and believe it.
I stopped watching TV, bro. I mean, yeah, as much as we watch YouTube and anything on social media, right? But I still don't even follow social media like that. I look at it from time to time, and I'm like, I see where everybody's like all going crazy about. I'm like, man, let it pass. You know, let it pass a week or some shit. It'll go. Like, you'll forget it in a week or so.
You got some more questions?
Yeah, I was asking people on IG any questions that they want to ask for me to answer. So I have this girl on IG asked me. Her name is Lioness on IG, and she asked me, what tattoos would I not do? You know, I was trying to think back, like, wait, what the fuck, why wouldn't I do? You know, I'm open to whatever the fuck, you feel me? Like, I don't care if it's some fool's ding dong, I'll fucking do it for the right price, bro. I don't give a shit. If it's the right price, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. You know what's funny? I always get asked that question, right? Like, homies even in the tattoo shop, right? They're like, hey, dog, like, I don't know, man. How do you feel about tattooing some fool shit? And I'm like, I'll fucking do it, dog, without question.
What about my boy?
I don't know about him. I don't think he would. Manny.
You want to ask him?
Manny. My boy Manny and shit. How you feel about tattooing some fool's ding dong with? For tattooing some fool's ding dong. ¿Lo hicieras o no? Well, because
this was said if the price is right.
The price is right, I'll do it, dog. It better be 3 letters, but I'm down. And something like fucking that would take like 5 minutes or less, because I ain't trying to watch that shit go up. Fuck that. Fucking that fool better hold it, because I sure shit, I'll have a fucking helper and shit to hold it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, I don't give a fuck. I'll do it, dog, for the right price. I'll fucking do it. Hey, man, I'm comfortable with myself, dog. Like I'm comfortable. I don't give a shit, man. I've seen it all. I've been through it. I don't give a fuck, bro. So I don't give a shit. And it's funny because like my other boy, that fool Rick, my boy Rick, that fool was like, "You fucking do it." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude. I don't give a fuck for the right price. No questions asked, dog." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, dog. Like it better be simple as fuck and something that I sure as hell I don't have to see this fool at all. It's just fucking we'll just straight to it."
Man, I'm sure most of them fools will probably get a girl's name, right?
Which is that's most likely was why the reason why they would do it, right? But fuck no, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Hey man, I swear to God, I don't give a shit, dog, with the right price. But you better pay up, though. I'll tell you
But is there a tattoo you wouldn't?
No,
Not necessarily a place, but a tattoo that you're like, nah, bro, I wouldn't tat that.
As far as because of difficulty per se, probably that
Gang, mafia.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna get into. Actually,
Okay.
I was gonna actually bring that up. Yeah, so hood shit. I don't fuck with hood shit.
Okay.
For sure, I don't. I don't want anything to do or affiliate with any hoods.
Oh, so there you go. That's the question.
That's the only thing. Yeah, I know. But
right,
when
cool.
I was getting into that detail, like, I'm just throwing it out there.
Hey, so since you brought that up though, have you ever had like or either done it or somebody asked, like a fucking guy, "Hey, fool, tattoo my fucking culo, eh?"
No, not yet. No, I don't know about all that, like, but no, I haven't seen it. But if I did, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell the story, but no, I
Porque
haven't.
esté bañado, huh?
Yeah, que se la lave, güey. I don't give a fuck. Girl, guy, doesn't matter. As long as you get the shit going for the right price, I'll do it. I'm down. It's just, but yeah, no. To be honest, I
I know I will tattoo a pussy for free.
this for.
All right, there you go. You'll do it for free. Fuck it. What about you? What's the craziest tattoo place you tatted? What's the like, not craziest, but what's the most body part of a girl that you tatted? The titties.
Like the middle.
Oh, okay.
I get to see it,
Huh?
and I get to put the tape on it. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, hey, your nipples ain't looking it right at me.
So if you guys didn't hear that, my boy, we asked him what's the craziest part he's done. He's done in titties, and obviously they're in his face, so he's okay with that. Apparently. But yeah, I honestly I don't have an issue tattooing anywhere, but as long as it's not gang affiliated.
All right,
Because
cool.
then at some point, let's just say they get out of the shop and something stupid happens with them, right? Like
He did it.
right, or where were you at? And then they'll think that we're affiliated,
Right. All
and
right, cool.
or if the FBI or just the cops in general, like they'll check them out and like, oh, where you from or where you coming from? Oh, tattoo shop. Oh, who tattooed you? Blah, blah, and that's a rap already, in the sense of like, let's say this fool could be from mafia or anywhere big, you know. I'm just ain't fucking with that.
All right, cool. So
That's
that's
just
not okay.
Hey, don't get me wrong, though. When I was younger, I did tattoo.
Well, you starting out, you gotta build
Right,
a
I
portfolio.
didn't give a fuck.
But it
bro.
gets to a point like, okay, now
Yeah,
stop.
well, it's because I had no choice. So, I was like more like the money or no money in your pocket.
All
So,
right.
but now I have a choice, and that choice is I'm not gonna
All right,
ride
cool.
with hood.
All right,
I respect
for sure.
the hood, just not getting
But
it.
it's just not
right. It's not for
at
me.
work. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, fool, what about the titties? You did the titties for free?
Got some money.
So you got paid to do something good.
But if I get, like, more down there, and
Then it's free. It's on the house.
I don't know about on the house. It's on him.
even better,
This was crazy.
No, but see, and you know what's crazy too? Like I've heard a lot of stories, right? Like tattooing was where, like, I've witnessed it where some fools do that, right? Like they're like, oh, just give it up for free, like to do a tat there, right? And I'm like, I'm sorry, dog, but I gotta earn my shit, dog.
Yeah.
I need the fucking titties ain't gonna pay my bills, dog.
Yeah.
You know, just by looking. So it's cool to admire them, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna get it's not gonna get my bills paid, dog. Plain and simple. And I respect any of them. That's why like a lot of my clients too is like females, women and shit that they fuck with me because they know that I have that respect for. I'm just going for the grind. So it's like I'm here for it. I'm down for it. But when also they tell me their stories, they're like, oh, this fool was all about me. He wouldn't chill.
Okay,
like
okay.
they have bad experiences from that. So I'm like, that's a thing too. Like I can't be fucking thirsty to them. Like, and it's funny because they're like, oh, you seem like whatever. I'm like, yeah, because I've seen it all. I don't give a fuck. And it's nothing new to me to see a titty or ass. It's like just.
I mean, I guess for me, because I'm not a tattoo artist, it sounds dope as fuck. And I'm
don't see
sure
it
for
every
my
day.
boy over there, he's probably like, hell yeah, that's dope.
Because you don't see it every day, right? I get it, but
Like for me, I feel like, dude, I'm getting paid for. Oh hell yeah!
I have
Bro.
homies that tell me like, "Fool, how the fuck you do that?" For it's like, "Fool, I would have been like tripped out the whole time." Fool. And I'm like,
Shaking.
I know, right? Fucking saying it like, "Nah, fool, yeah, keep your composure, dude." Because like, it's not the first or the last. Dog.
Right.
Like it's not the first or last that I'll get a model or I get a girl that that looks fucking good for herself and showing off her body.
And I feel it's nothing nice to see a girl like that in pain anyway.
No, of course
Right?
not.
It's like,
No.
oh, hold on, she's
Hey,
in pain.
but-
This ain't,
But women can handle pain, man.
I'm sure,
It's
yeah.
like, again, they can have kids.
Yeah.
The hell makes you think they can't do tats? But there is a certain point, of course, that it's bound to hurt. But majority of them, they take it pretty good.
Obviously nothing crime like crazy, but that you can remember anything 15 and under, was the craziest shit that you did that you're like, damn, I kind of regret it. It's funny, but I
When I was
regret it.
15 and under,
Yeah, because when we turn 18, we do crazier shit.
right? So at that point, it's like, let's go back to 18 and under, right?
Oh, let's do 18 and under.
Let's do an 18 and under, man. I could push a year more, actually.
Okay, anything that you could think like
That's to me.
one
That's what
slip up and your life could have changed from that one little joke that you thought was a joke or whatever.
anything,
Yeah.
okay. Two things, and two things because it would happen around the same time, around that same age. So, one of them was I was on the hiking. I was hiking. I was young, and that was my first time actually doing hiking and going to a trail in the mountains and shit. And I was like, whatever. I didn't give a shit. And I was like, and I slipped off an edge, and like where like I felt that was a wrap for me. You feel me? And I was it had nothing to do with the hood or nothing. It was just I was hiking. It was the first time, and that was to me like one that I was like, fuck. I thought I was gonna die right there. Like one of my good friends like actually helped me up, and he was like, "You're good." I'm like, I just thought I was done right there because it was pretty high to me, and there was nothing but rocks.
Okay.
So it was like from the floor up, it was maybe like the second, third floor, and I thought that was pretty high with just rocks. So I was like, I would have been done. That was one part. And the second part was I used to be a street racer. So I was all into imports when I was younger.
I did. We all were.
I think we all were at some point. Fucking Fast and the Furious life. I was living that import life.
Yeah.
I had started a crew when I was younger. I started a crew, and shout out to them, and I know that they're still with me to this day. It was Too Intense. That was the name of the crew. And we were doing our thing on the streets, and we always looked into fucking being on the freeway and just like, oh, let's go shop around for fools that try to race and shit. I'd always looking for cars and shit, right? And the thing about it was like I didn't have any kids. I didn't like. Yeah, I had a girl at the time, but it was nothing to me that was like holding me back from whatever the shit I was doing. Going over 120, 130 on the freeway, I didn't give a shit. Then one point it kind of changed on me. One day when I would go to the canyons, and I used to go ride with them. Actually, my boys will go out there. One of my boys will be coming here. I actually check out the next episode. We're gonna have my boy. He was a PO officer, so look into that one. That was gonna be pretty interesting.
Hell yeah.
He was a PO officer for a juvenile, so it's a good story. Good things to talk about on the next episode. But he was part of that crew with me.
Okay.
Going back to him, and we used to roll up to the mountains, and my cousins, my good friends, and we'll meet up in at Malibu Canyons.
All right.
We were up there a lot, and one time these guys were racing, right? And it was like midnight, if I'm not mistaken, and there was a bunch of cars, and they were just going down the hill, and all of a sudden, like from the distance, because we're in the mountains, right? So you just see lights going like this, the fuck, and from distance, it echoes. So then you start hearing like it's smashing, right? We're like, oh shit! So we ran down and we fucking saw old boy fucking. Well, we see him from distance, and we ran down to go see. And my boy got out without a scratch. But
He flipped over.
yeah, he flipped, and so the car was pretty damaged, and to the point that I'm like, that's his problem, but we helped him, and when we came back up, I don't know, I started thinking again at that point. I'm like,
This
damn
shit's
man,
crazy.
this is just crazy,
Yeah.
right? Like one moment your life couldn't change, and even though that wasn't me, but me racing through freeways at that point when I was younger, I didn't give a shit. I was flying with my nephew. Actually, my nephew be fucking with me to this day. My nephew and all the ones that still rock with racing. I love racing, dog, but this ain't the time, right? Not for me right now.
I mean, that was cool when I was like
Right, that's what
13,
I'm saying.
12. That was cool. That
Yeah.
was fun, you know? But I'm not into that shit no more.
Mm-hmm.
Fool. Nah, for me, the craziest shit, that like kid shit, me and my homie, fuck, Mickey, rest in peace, dog. That nigga died. We were 18 when we had a job, right? We used to work from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. At that time, we were doing bird every day.
Shit.
And it just became stupid, fool. I don't know whose idea was it. It was stupid, and I'm not gonna say the city, cause, but this is like 15 years ago,
Right.
type shit. We used to go to work, fool. When we'll get out, they used to give us free water bottles, and we'll be cruising back home. And what we'll do, fool, we'll throw water bottles at cars and people, fool. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At first, it was funny. One time we hit this dude, fool, in the face with the bottle, dog. Like, I'm 18, so everything's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you
know?
mean you don't give a fuck.
And they
'cause-
got to a point where, and this is Gilbert, my boy Gilbert, that fool used to roll with us. He got a job later on with us too. Trabajamos en una company, way. Just put it like this: the machines, they used to have these metal marbles.
Right.
These fools started taking them away. One time, this one I could talk about. We were in Linwood, and Gilbert throws a metal fucking marble away at a taxiway. And out of nowhere, this fucking taxi's on us, and we're like, what the fuck? Why is this fool chasing us? And I'm telling Mickey at the time, hey, fool, what's up with this guy? And we're asking, like, what's going on? What's going on? And Gilbert finally says, like, dog, I hit him with the fucking shit. So we're just smashing, fool, trying to get away. At this time, there's no cameras, you know? So I think at that time, fool, that was the stupidest shit, like, that I can think, like, fool, that shit could have gone bad.
Yeah.
We could have thrown it at the wrong person. Somebody would have hit us with their car on some dumb shit like us.
Yeah.
So I think about shit like that, and I was like, damn, we were stupid as fuck. Yo.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like if it's stupid shit like that, for real, like it was more. It's like we. If you haven't grown out of that by now, like
Yeah.
you goddamn, bro. Like shit, you need to flip your fucking.
And I
script,
think that's
like.
why I'm more on the, like, I don't fuck around no more, fool, because I did a lot of young, stupid shit like that.
Because you have a lot to risk for. Now.
We used to burn shit. We used to break. Let's just say on the block, if you didn't want to fight us, we will break your desk. And I'm not justifying it. It was stupid. But if you didn't want to, we didn't get along and you didn't want to fight, we would break either if you had a car, your windows.
Right.
This is when I was 15 though. Or obviously you didn't have a car, we'll break your dad's. Which was stupid because that had nothing to do with it, you know? And now that's why I'm more like leaning on the, like, I don't fuck around at all, because I did a lot of that stupid shit that I regret now.
Correct.
You know, breaking people's windows, like, because what the fuck, fool, you know?
No.
But yeah, that was one of the stupidest shit, and I look back like, damn, though, we were dumb as fuck.
Shit.
And I had some stupid ass homies.
Yeah. Didn't we all?
You know, so
Hey, dog, I
I don't do stupid shit no more, though.
Chaps, I had a question.
Yeah.
As I'm going through that. Speaking of that, or around that scenario, how do you feel about like revenge? Like revenge meaning payback's a bitch or karma's a bitch. How do you look at?
Based on that.
Just in general, like how you feel about
Or
revenge?
me
like if
paying
you
back.
feel. Right, like just in general, like if something ever happened to somebody, like all right, I'll get you back, or I got
right.
you, like.
So the way I look at, I think we were just talking about the dude that didn't pay me my money.
Oh right.
I used to be very like, bro, and just back to the same shit. I'm gonna break your windows, bro, if I can't. Now I just look at it like, bro, karma's real, payback's a bitch. I don't wish you anything, but the way you didn't pay me, you're gonna need money one day, and somebody might do you dirty with you. You might lend somebody money, and they might not pay you.
Right.
So I'm not for like. I just left all the violent shit, fool. Like, to be honest, I'm not even into like. I don't really get mad like that, fool. Like, I used to get mad and hit doors and windows. I just be like, what the fuck? It's not that serious.
Yeah.
You owe me $20, bro. I cut your hair. You wasted my time. Cool, bro. Karma's a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to pay that double probably, but I don't wish nothing bad on you. And like me paying back, kind of like I'm gonna get you. Nah, bro. I kind of back then I was very like I had a lot of anger in me, fool, because I used to blame like the hood, like, oh, why we're so poor, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I outgrew that shit and was like, nah. I mean, that's just my personal view now.
Right.
I don't wish no bad shit on anybody. So I just look at it like, hey, karma's gonna get you back for that little $20, bro. If anything, you lost a friend for $20.
Yeah. So revenge to me, to me, I had that sweet tooth type of feel.
You liked it.
Yeah, like it was like an adrenaline type of revenge. Like I'm the type of guy, or at least when I was younger, I was more like, oh, try that shit, dog. Like, you know, like try me on some shit. You feel me? And it was more like, trust me, I'm gonna come back at you like double what you thought that you were gonna come at me with. Like I used to always have that sweet tooth for revenge, man. Like I swear, even in relationship wise, like I was more like, okay, you want to play that game?
Even that,
Just in
okay,
general,
yeah.
Like obviously, my relationship's different now, but I'm talking about
but we're talking about back then.
Right. When I was back then, like revenge was sweet to me. Where like, okay, bitch, I got you. Like I got you. You know, like, or even the fact that homies and shit. Like there was a time also that I had a so-called homie at the time, right? Nobody knows this actually, and those that know, they're very close to me that would know about that. Fucking my boy at the time. He was kicking it with me. Like I met him through work, right? And we used to do that whole racing thing, right? So that's the reason why I brought that up, because I'm like, shit, we went back to racing, but this is just related to that story. So when I was racing at that time, my ex was on that shit, right? Where like she was coming around, kicking it with my boys, and everybody was cool with it. Everybody was cool with her being around. So the problem was later on, I come to find out that like my boy wouldn't even tell me, and this fool will go and see her.
Oh shit.
When we were kind of like on that breakup stage.
Oh shit.
So I felt like you're under attack for real. Like you were putting out some what's that word I'm looking for? Like you were putting some under siege bullshit. Like you were really trying to creep up and shit. And so he decided to want to pull that shit on me, right? And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And
he was on some Judas shit.
Right. Right? Fucking try to betray me. Yeah, right. So and I felt at that time, I was like, am I being the fucked up person, or it's like a bro code, right?
Right.
Between
Yeah,
us. Like,
exactly. It's not supposed to happen.
Right, it's not, because like me trying to flirt with your girl, as soon as you break up or type shit, like that's a no-no.
That's
right?
a low blow, yeah.
Yeah, so and so what that happened was he would go see her, and he wouldn't even tell me like, hey dog, I'm gonna go see such and such, and I would just come to find out, which I don't give a fuck for them to this day, right? It's just, it was funny that we got to that.
Code,
yeah, it was a code, but I'm saying, like, we got into that subject. It was just funny to bring that up, and so my boy would go next door to go see her, because we were literally like next to each other. So when we broke up, he would go see her, and I would tell him like, hey dog, like, you know, that's kind of foul, dog. Like, you know, you come and check up on girl like that, you know, on my ex. And we weren't even full on ex. We were actually having that debate already in between, like, we're gonna end this or not. And this wouldn't give a shit. So yeah, he would kick it with her. I didn't hear the extra stories about it, but it was more like I felt already, come on, this will come in the middle of the night, betrayed. So at some point I'm like, all right, cool. So this is when my revenge kicks in. So his girl starts coming around at that time, and they're like, hey, you know what, let's hang out, blah blah. I was like, oh, you fucked up, girl. You know, you were your boy over here.
And that was his girl.
Yeah, that was his girl at the time. So and they were having their breakup.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I got you, motherfucker.
Fuck it.
Yeah, this is payback, bitch. You think I'm not gonna?
You don't know it, but
it's coming. And sure enough, like when he come to find out that we're hanging out and shit, oh, did he hate it?
He didn't like it.
Oh, he didn't hate it until one day I just told him, you know, how does it feel? You know, because that shit hurts, right? And it was the most sweetest feeling, but also felt like it was after when you look at it now, it's like it's childish because it really is. But at that time, I felt like hell yeah, it's like I'll get turned on just from fucking going revenge on somebody. You feel me? And that was like more like a payback. So from there, yeah, they stopped talking on their terms, but me, I just like just so you know, that's how it feels. Dog.
And are you still cool with that fool?
Hell fucking no. Never was after that. After that segment, that was it. After that time,
I think we spoke about it in the last podcast. Not exactly like this, but going back to that revenge shit, I told you I really enjoyed it back then. Now I didn't. There was a girl fool that I caught her talking to another guy. At that time, just so you could see how my revenge was with the breaking windows with the relationship shit, I was like, cool, you didn't do anything. But my revenge was like, I have to like bang a chick. That's even. Like, you know, like, now that you think about it, you flirted with somebody, but I went as far as trying to bang a chick, to feel like now we're
right. And girls say that too.
And now that I look back at it, I should have just been like, you know what? You go your way, I go my. Whether you did or not, I don't know. But in my head is a yes. Just I'm walk away. You know?
Right.
Oh, you were saying chicks say what?
No, like when chicks would say shit like, "Oh, you're an asshole," and this and that. I'm like, so I'm an asshole because
I got revenge.
They did me dirty. Are you serious? Well, I'm an asshole for that. I'm like, all right, well, whatever floats your boat. But to me, it's like it was sweet tooth for me, you know. But again, like that's what I'm saying. Like that was back then. Now, like I said, nothing to do with all that. That was the past bullshit. And to me, like fun and games bullshit. And you learn, you live, you learn. You know. But you hit that topic about revenge and the homies because it was funny because one of the fools were in the crew, and that was one of them. And I just remember though.
That's funny.
Yeah, dog. But.
Because, about revengeful, I hear people talking about this and that, and I just look at it like that's dope. Look, and even that dude that I told you that was with us, that we were throwing the shit, not long ago, we worked together, and that fool said some foul shit about me. The fool he came and told me was it true, and I was like, dang, he said that. So I let it. He knew somehow that he told me he felt uncomfortable. He was like, hey, fool, I made a joke about you earlier. I was like, where? What was it? And I was like, you know what? That's crazy that you said that, dog. But I really feel that's how you feel. He told me that about 2 hours ago. Nah, fool, but I just told him to see if he was loyal. Why were you? If he's loyal, try doing something with your chick or some shit.
Right.
Like, no, don't put me in the shit with some shit that is not true, you know? And that's when I learned, like, nigga, like, even friends are not friends with.
No. It's the way it is, man. That's the code over here too.
That's a code.
So they don't like it, but that's just the way it was, and that's just the way it is, really. But yeah, but you outgrow all that, you know.
Yeah, that's why I say like it's hard to find real friends with.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain age, like well, fuck it.
Yeah, like our circles are small now. They're not the same.
Very small. It's almost like a dot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it is. And truthfully, and we love that one dot. Like,
yeah.
Compared to like back then.
We getting ready to get up out of here. Is there any last words you want to say? Y'all people, let us know if y'all like revenge or y'all got over it.
or you guys feel like revenge is still to this day,
to this day,
a
good.
priority.
Yeah.
So it all depends. I was just trying to check up on some questions, but for sure, you guys have more questions. I'll be for sure answering them later.
And
as more and more we get into the podcast, for sure, there's gonna be even more.
Also about if people want to send hats, merch.
Oh, that's right. So I do want to talk about having people over. We're gonna have some merch coming in. Little by little, we're gonna start working with some.
If y'all guys have merch, send it over. We rock it on the podcast for y'all.
We'll fuck with you. You ain't gotta have 1,000,
yeah, you don't gotta
2,000,
have
3,000.
Just send it through. We rock
followers.
it for you. You know.
We'll grow together.
Let's grow together. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. But for sure, hey man, this is becoming more of a dope and a growth actually.
Growth. We're trying to grow. We're trying to grow.
So You best believe we're all gonna make it together little by little. We'll get there, and you sure as hell gonna catch me drinking on the next one.
Yeah,
as well.
send us questions, all that good stuff, and yeah, that's it. Man. That's pretty much it.
We're just throwing some random questions, and we talk about everything. So you go ahead and ask away. We'll answer that shit here.
But the next time we're gonna have the CO, right?
We're gonna have the PO.
The PO.
Yeah. Oh shit, the CO. I keep what the fuck? I keep saying PO the whole time. This shit.
Yeah, all right. Corrections
parole officer. All right, shit. My
same
bad.
thing. I feel like.
No, it's CO.
But,
You're right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're gonna
we'll
have
see you
CO.
on the next episode, and we out.
That's right.